Hi everyone, if you are a Nikon DSLR shooter, you have a wide range of lenses to choose from. Now, unless you have the 3000 or 5000 series DSLR, which do not have an internal autofocus drive, then you can choose anything going all the way back to the D lenses and even what I call the pre-D, which are autofocus before the D came out. There's a lot of choices, and if you are going for prime lenses, when you stray from the standard lens, be it the 50 1.8 or the 35 1.8G, the DX version, they can start to get quite expensive, especially if you're looking for wide angle lenses. But don't rule out the older lenses, and here's a prime example. This is the 24mm 2.8D. It's a very, very good lens. It's not the sharpest lens at the edges, certainly not wide open, but it is very good throughout the center, and the edges do improve when it's stopped down a little bit, which where you would want sharper edges, i.e. landscapes, that sort of thing, you would want to stop it down. That's not to say that it's not very good. I'm talking compared to the top of the range wide angle lenses, the latest ones, which are the 1.8 and 1.4, but they are very, very expensive, and really to justify them you need to be earning a lot from them, to be honest. And these are just amazing value. They're very good. Sometimes you don't really want a zoom lens on it. I like, and I have, the Sigma 17 to 50 lens. It's very good, but it's still quite heavy. The Nikon 17 to 55 is even heavier. It's enormous. I never used mine. I just found it was just too ridiculously big. And I am a lover of primes, and I'm a lover of a camera with a prime on that's just compact and more discreet. And this lens is very, very nice. Also, if you do have a DX body, then when you factor in the crop factor, obviously a 50 has a field of view of a 75, and a 35 has a field of view of a 50. So if you're vlogging or if you're doing videos for YouTube, as I am doing now, even a 35mm lens on a crop sensor is a bit too tight. You have to take it a lot further back, which it's fine, it's workable, but it's not as convenient. But a 24 is actually perfect because you can have the camera literally just a couple of feet away from you, and that gives an ideal field of view even on a crop sensor. And on a full frame sensor, it's obviously even wider. So on a crop frame sensor, this gives a field of view equivalent of 36mm, around 35mm on a full frame sensor. So it's actually pretty good. There's quite a lot of these available online. They're around the £100 to £150 mark depending on condition. They're very, very good. You'll never lose any money on them. The D lenses, which I prefer to the latest G ones, they have an aperture ring on, which means that if you have a mirrorless camera as well, you can put any adapter on, and you can put this lens and use it on your mirrorless camera as well, be it the Sony, the Fuji, whichever. So that's the one good thing about the Nikon lenses. And also, don't rule out the manual focus versions. The old AIS lenses are very, very, very good. They have a character all of their own. Whether you get the 85, the 50, 35 or the 24, there isn't too much choice when you go much wider than 24. There's the 20, which is also pretty good. That's about it. If you want to go wider than that, then you are limited on, very limited on choice. But back to this, the 24mm AF 2.8 It's a very, very good value lens. It's a brilliant walkabout lens on a DSLR. On a crop sensor, it is the perfect lens really, because 35mm field of view is the optimum field of view on a DSLR when for walkabout, on a camera for walkabout. And obviously on a crop sensor, 35, a 24 is equivalent to that. You'll find that the 35 can be a little bit too tight. It's sort of no man's land. The 50 is lovely if you're taking portraits, people, but it's too tight for anything else, being the equivalent of 75mm. So either the 20 or the 24 are very good. I find the 24 being my favorite because it gives my favorite field of view, and as I said, it's an ideal YouTube video vlogging, whatever you want to call it, lens as well. Definitely worth a look. Keep an eye on eBay or Amazon. Some of the best ones will come from Japan. They know their stuff and they look after their stuff. So if you do spot one that's being sold as excellent plus plus from Japan, then it may be worth being a little bit patient for the few weeks it will take to get to you. It's not that long, and get a really good one because it will be yours for a lifetime. That's it for today. Back soon. Bye.